y'all. It's your girl Danny Gold, and I'm here with the lovely, talented Miss Caesar.
I did all I could. I bowed to your crown. I gave you my all, and you let me down. I gave you my best, didn't make love to nobody else.
How's it going, girl?
Girl, I'm doing wonderful, blessed.
How you feeling today?
I feel good. It's been a long, productive day. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is.
That's a good thing. Yes.
So I'm just gonna ask you a bunch of questions. So
Okay.
relax and
Kick back.
Kick back.
All right.
So, at what age did you start singing?
Wow. Well, I would say my story is a lot like a lot of other people's. I've been singing in church pretty much my whole life. My dad's a pastor, so we would have to, get on stage and just do things for his birthday or for Christmas or whatever programs are going on, and I'd have to sing or even just speak or read poems or whatever. So I've been comfortable on stage my whole life, and I've been singing since, before I can even tell you an age. That's how early. It's like just my whole life.
So it's like, you've
Yeah.
been like your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point did you want to make it into a career? Like, I want to do this full time,
Right. Oh, man. When I had my daughter, well, actually when I got pregnant with my daughter, I was 18, and I just decided that was something that I wanted to do. It's weird that moment made me want to pursue something like music, but at the time I was surrounded by a lot of musical people, and it was just easy for me to create in that space. Like, I actually created a lot of music like while I was pregnant, and I guess it just made me feel really happy, and I knew I wanted to tell stories that way, through song, and it's been ever since.
So what story do you like to tell within your music? Like, some women like to tell the story of, they've been hurt before. Some are happy. Some are just like Jill Scott, where they're a little sexual, So what story do you like to tell in your music?
I generally tell love stories because I'm happy and in love. I do write songs that are about heartache because I have been heartbroken before, and I tend to write things that I can really relate to. But if I had to say, like, what story do I tell? I'm definitely not the heartbroken girl. I'm not crying over a dude on all my records. Most of my records are praising love and about really pushing through and, not giving up on love, because I feel like that's something that we tend to do. We will stick it out with every other relationship in our lives, even when it gets tough, but when we find a significant other, we're ready to quit when it gets hard, and it's like, hello, it's always going to be something, so that's a constant throughout my music. I can definitely bash a dude too. I got a couple records where I'm knocking them out, you know what I'm saying, because sometimes they need to hear that, but for the most part, it's mostly positive on the love spectrum.
So let's go back. You said you grew up singing in the church. So what made you want to What made you want to sing?
Secular.
R&B, secular, as they say, or R&B music versus gospel music.
This is such a crazy question because my dad is a pastor, and me and my family struggled with this. My parents for a long time, like, why are you not singing about Jesus? And I was always like a little lawyer. I would be like, I would say teachers go to school and they don't teach about Jesus. They teach about what's going on in the world. They teach social studies and they teach math and science. And I was like, Jesus is a big part of life, but there's more to life than just that, right? So this was my argument growing up, singing R&B music. And I really I write about what inspires me. So I do have records that are, about my relationship with God, and that talk about that. But I wouldn't consider myself to be a gospel artist just because I feel like there's more ways to reach people with the gospel. I feel like I have the gospel inside, and I can sing about love, and my life is an example, So I definitely, that's been something that I've been working on this answer for a long time because my parents have been asking me, and they have finally, of course, you know, a while ago they accepted that. And my music is mostly positive, and I mean it really is just tell stories about life, you know. So I'm not shaming them, or I'm not twerking or nothing like that.
Right now.
You know, behind closed doors.
Right.
But other than that,
No, I understand. So I've been to a couple of your performances before, and I've heard you give like a background of how you ended up here in St. Louis, because
Right.
you're not from here. So for people who
Right.
don't know, where are you from, and how did you end up here in St.
yes,
Louis?
I'm from New York. Hollis, Queens, New York. I love my city so much, and I actually met a dude in New York who was like super amazing. He's from here, St. Louis, and we fell in love. And, you know, we started a life together in New York, and, you know, we decided we wanted to be together forever. And some work brought him here. He's into music too, and he got a job teaching at a music college, and he was like, you know, let's live in St. Louis for a little bit. And at first I was like, absolutely not. No way. I was like, why would I move to St. Louis? And I'm in the city everybody want to be when they do music, you know? So, but I came here, and we looked at some apartments, and that's what really did it. I was like, wait, hold up now. We gonna get all this for this? I was like, I think we can make St. Louis work for a little while.
Right.
Because, you know, the price of living in New York is just crazy.
Yeah,
And, you know, he made great points that we could build here. This is a city we can build and grow. And it's been, you know, it's been true. You know, we've really been able to plant ourselves and grow our company, Sauce Records. And, you know, this is our studio that we're working out of, and just a lot of things that, you know, the restraints of finances may not have provided us or allowed us to do in New York, we're able to do here. And New York is a short flight, 2 hours. I go home often enough where I still nurture my fan base there. I get to see my family and stuff. So that's why I'm here. A dude, man. Love.
What you be singing about in them songs?
I be singing about it.
So it's safe to say that since you've moved back here, well, since you've moved here, everything great's been happening. Like you said, you know, your music is taking off. You all have a studio. You all have a record label.
Yes.
Sauce Records.
Sauce.
So it seems like everything's just been going good. So needless to say, you don't regret moving here because...
No, I definitely don't regret moving here. Of course I miss home. There's certain things that New York gives you that no other city can give you. And I do miss those things, you know. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, everything's just hunky-dory. No matter where you are, you know, there's going to be challenges.
Right.
But it's definitely been a powerful move, I feel, in my life. And I'm excited to see what St. Louis brings, you know, what else it brings into my life. Because I know I'm here for a purpose, so, yeah.
So what's your creative process like whenever you're making music? Like, we're in the studio now, so I don't know if you need, like, what energy booster, like, what mindset do you have to be in? Or is it like you can just go in the booth and just, it doesn't matter how you feel, and you can just go in there and kill it? So
Right.
what's your
No,
process like?
I would say my favorite way to create is on my own, and that may sound selfish, but I mean, when it comes to the music, in many ways, I feel like it is like a, you know, it's something. It's really personal, and while I do love to collaborate, my favorite way is to be able to actually like sit down, and I like to write. I like to, you know, actually write words down. I don't use a pad, but I use my phone, and really think my lines out line by line. And come up with like a really great story and really cool rhymes and you know, just cool analogies and metaphors and stuff like that. So that's my ideal situation is to, like, you know, be in a like, even in the studio by myself with the music really loud and just get to vibe and write on my own. That's, you know, ideal. I do love to collaborate as well, because I feel collaboration brings out something different, something that you may not have thought of, you know. And you just have to get to a place where you learn to respect other people's processes and their ideas. And it can be awkward sometimes if you don't like a line that someone throws out there. You're like, no, I don't like that. And I guess that's the part that I don't like about collaborating. Like, but once you get past that awkwardness with you know, people that you work with, it becomes a lot easier to collaborate. So, you know, it really depends. I like to drink sometimes, you know. I like to have a little libations in the studio, just to loosen up.
Right.
Yeah, you know, but not. I don't want to overdo it because it does drive the cords out. But I do, you know, that does help a little bit, just to keep you really loose and enjoying the process.
So you have such a strong voice. Like I can hear the gospel in your voice, but then you sing R&B. So who are your top 3 musical inspirations?
Okay.
Or it doesn't even have to be a top 3, just whoever, like however many you have.
Right. Man, I'm really inspired by Michael Jackson. I mean, naturally. I mean, I know that's cliche, but what the heck?
Right. Yeah.
You know, it just
He's
is what it
great.
is. He's somebody that I really grew up listening to all of his records. Literally like obsessed in my youth, like listening to not just the singles or the hits, like the album cuts, like everything. And I studied like the way his music told stories, and like even like the inflections in his voice, like that rasp, because I had naturally have a rasp that I used to hate when I was young, and that I've learned to like grow to love through artists like him. Tina Turner's another one who really helped me like embrace the like harsh brassness that my voice has, because she had that, and it was just so powerful. Stevie Wonder, Celine Dion, I'm gonna name all like legends, because that's really what inspires me and inspired me as a young girl. You know, Whitney. These are the like the albums that I would listen to on repeat. You know, I also love Toni Braxton, naturally Beyonce, India.Arie, Jill Scott.
All the greatest.
These are people who like their songs, like Natasha Bedingfield. She's somebody who like people don't even really maybe remember her, but she had a couple great albums that I listened to that I really liked. Amy Winehouse. So these are just like albums that I just listened to that I was like, man, they made me want to make an album with the sleeve and credits. You know, and I was like, because when you were younger, that's what you got. The actual jewel case, and you open it. It was hard as hell to get that thing open, but it meant a lot, you know. And these are the albums that helped make me who I am musically.
So when's your next project coming?
Man, okay, so
because we are here in the studio, so you got to be cooking up something.
Oh yes. Well, I don't have an actual like date for the entire body of work, but I'm definitely going to start releasing singles like soon, like within like the next couple weeks soon. About to record a song of mine that's called Hard Fall. That is going to be that I really would love to be like the first single for this new project that I'm going to release. And it's a ballad, which, you know, I actually composed it myself on keys, and I love the feel of it, and I love the message, and you know, I'm excited. So that's going to be coming out soon. Like, we're about to finish it tonight, get a visual done, and just put it out there. And I would say definitely before, I'd say sometime within the spring we'll have the whole project out, but I'm going to release a few singles. We have so much music, but it's like never enough, and you're like never satisfied.
Right.
So we just constantly creating. So yeah, real soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you remember we were talking about collaborations.
Yeah.
So if you could make a song with any person, dead or alive,
Okay.
rap or R&B, who would your
Who
top
would it
3
be?
be? Go.
Man, okay.
Top 3.
Top 3. Okay, Michael Jackson, naturally, because I'm obsessed. The old Kanye. The old Kanye. You said dead or alive, because Kanye, the new Kanye, but the old Kanye, I would love for him to produce a record. Just to cook with him, because I mean, I was really, really obsessed with Kanye before he lost it. And dang, the third person, Pharrell.
Oh yeah.
Pharrell, yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah. So
and consistent.
Yeah, he is consistent.
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you see your music going in 2 years?
On the charts.
On the charts,
my mouth to God's ears, okay? For real. In movies, in commercials, everywhere.
Yeah. It is universal. Your sound is universal. When I was listening to it, I was thinking, I can hear this like in a movie, you know, and I don't usually think about them. Like, you know, this could probably be in the movie. Like, I can hear this.
Thanks.
So it's a 2-part question. where do you see the future for Sauce Records? Because, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Sauce Records is going to be a major player in the game just because we have a different approach to the whole concept of records. You know, people are like, why are you starting a label? Labels is dead. Well, yeah, we know. And that's why we're not doing nothing like how labels, you know, the traditional way. We do partnerships with people who are moving and shaking already. We take people who basically need to be in a space where they can create consistently and, you know, may not necessarily have like a whole bunch of money to just invest in themselves, but they got the talent, they got the drive, they're already doing, and we know we can help, you know, and we're not trying to rob them. We want to team up and we all break bread together, you know, and I feel like it's a model that this game needs so bad. And I believe that the way we're working, you know, the pace that we are at and the artists that we're working with, I feel like we, within the next 2 to 5 years, we will be major contenders in this game. Like, people will know about Sauce and want to be down with Sauce.
Right.
And, you know, a real money-making business in the business that people are saying don't make no money no more.
Right.
No. Watch.
Yeah.
We gonna turn that all around.
So with you have an advantage with being on the label because, you know, it's you and your husband's label. But if there wasn't such a case, would you rather be independent or would you rather be signed?
Ooh. Okay, so I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Every artist wants to be signed. And there's a reason. Because the labels generally have a machine that as an indie artist you don't have. They got money. And at the end of the day, that's all it boils down to. I would rather be independent and rich. Can I modify that? I'd rather be indie with the bag and I can make my own name. But, you know, I think the reason why artists, even if you don't know this, and if you're a new artist, this is important. Like, the whole reason why you want to chase a label is because they got money. They have money and they have the relationships, really. And the relationships because of the money. If the label didn't have no money, tomorrow the artist wouldn't be anywhere. They wouldn't be on the radio. They wouldn't be on tour. They wouldn't be wherever they are. You know, so it's really something that we have to figure out how to get the money, how to become rich. Generational wealth is what we're trying to build with Sauce, so that our kids don't need to go to the majors or major corporations. Like, the corporation is built in. You know what I'm saying? Their benefits are built in because we built the corporation. I mean, we built the millions that it takes to break an artist or to break a film or whatever it is. So, you know, that's my answer. Independent with mad money.
So besides putting out a project in the spring, what are your goals for this year, for 2019?
Okay, so my goals, and this is gonna sound real cheesy, but this is the realist. My goals are to be the best version of me that I can be, like, better than any version I've been my whole life. You know, to operate in a place of strength and to leave fear behind in everything that I want to do. You know, to do the things that I'm afraid to do, even while I'm still afraid. Just do it. You know, and that's really the only thing. I really just want to thrive and become the greatest Lydia that there is. And that's what I want to do this year. In every day, I want to wake up and be the greatest me, because then I know I'll produce the results that I want by being the greatest. We talk about haters so much, and we hold ourselves back more than anything else in this life. And I'm done with that, you know. So I just want to be great every single day. So those are my goals for 2019 and beyond.
Okay. So do you have any performances, events coming up, anything coming up soon?
Yeah. We have our Valentine's Day show coming up on the 14th, Lovers and Friends, downtown at Vose. We're working hard to make that a phenomenal show. We have 5 artists. We got the Sauce Band playing live, a full dinner menu. So that's what's coming up right away. And then after that, our next show will be on 4/20. So save the date, easy to remember. 4/20. I'm going to also be in New York on February 27th. I have a show at SOB's. I'm also going to be back in New York again in April for a Wives event that my mom is putting on. My mom I get my hustle from my mom because she does events and plays and all kinds of stuff, and she's having an event. So we got a whole year of stuff. So just follow us and stay tuned. But those are the next few immediate events coming up.
So, speaking of followers, tell the people where they can follow you at on IG, Facebook,
Yeah, everything.
Bebo, if people still got that, MySpace, all
She said
that.
MySpace. I just thought about MySpace today. I was like, everyone, so funny. Everybody in this room's probably still got a MySpace page out there with cobwebs on it. It's up unless you deleted it. It's still there with your top 8 and all that.
Yeah, all of it.
Right. So you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Miss Caesar. My last name is spelled Caesar. I'm sure it'll be written down because people always spell it wrong. And that's where I am everywhere. Facebook, Lydia Caesar Music. Please go like my fan page. You can keep up with me. I keep it updated. On YouTube, Lydia Caesar Music. On Twitter, Lydia Caesar. I barely tweet, but still, just in case I do, follow me. Instagram is the best way, though, to keep up with everything that's going on. And also, make sure you follow Sauce Records Global on Instagram as well. That's where we update everything that's going on with the label.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking with
Thank you
me.
for having me.
And good
This
luck
was
with
fun.
everything.
Thank you.
I see nothing but great things for you.
Thank you. Me too.
Thank
I receive
you.
it and believe it.
Hey,
All
that's
right.
what's up. Thanks, y'all. We out.